is finally the day that I am amending the garden, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm doing to get it ready for the spring season. Step one is going to be adding a layer of compost over all the areas where I'm planning to grow the food. I have picked up 1 yard of compost, and so I'm going to spread it as evenly as I can over all of the garden that is not the walkways. So you'll notice that we are putting compost just on top of the soil. I started with the areas that we're going to have plants, and now we're filling in where we have some extra. And the reason that I'm not trying to till it in is because I am doing no dig, and so I'm trying really hard not to mess with the existing root systems under the ground that have formed relationships with the fungi in the ground, with the bacteria in the ground, that have wiggled through the dirt to aerate and create space and are now decaying there. I want to keep all of that intact, and the rain, as it comes down over the season, will slowly rinse those nutrients down into the soil. There's no real need to dig it in. And once this phase is complete, we are going to go get our mulch. So you'll see that the mulching that I'm doing is kind of half and half straw and wood chips. And the reason that I'm doing this is because wood chips take a lot of nitrogen out of the soil as they break down, and the plants need that nitrogen. So what I'm doing is using straw on top of the spots where I'm putting plants, because the straw needs a lot less nitrogen from the soil. It also means it will break down faster, and I'll have to replace that mulch more often than the wood chips. But I think that things are going to grow a little bit better if the stuff right on top of the soil isn't sucking tons of nitrogen. Also, in addition to being a good sturdy mulch for pathways, the wood chips I'm bringing into the garden, instead of doing entirely straw, I'm bringing wood chips into the garden still for that sturdy mulch on the pathways, and also because I'm going to use it as a substrate to start planting mushrooms in the garden. And that's gonna be a whole separate video, so if you want to hear about that, watch out for that one. So I think that this method is an ideal mix between the two. So after 2 days of work, finally finished. I've got my mulch in my pathways and my straw mulch across where all of the plants are going to be. I think ideally I would have a thicker layer of straw, so I might go get another bale of straw and kind of spread it over the spots that I think are looking a little bare, but overall I think that this is in a good state going into the spring. And I think that if this goes well, this is what I'm going to do standard every year after this. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to look out for the video where I plant mushrooms in my garden, and I will see you next time. Until then, happy gardening.